I'm meteorologist Shane Hinton with a look at what you can expect when it comes to next week, because we are talking about that heavily advertised cold front that we've been talking about in our forecast. Now, we're all too familiar with this big looming H on the weather map, right? Indicating that heat dome or that area of high pressure. Well, the good news is it is expected to move out towards the west and the south and then lessen and loosen its hold on central Texas. Now, keep in mind, we are still dealing with record heat for the back half of your work week and even into the weekend, but there is some heat relief in sight. Let's time everything out for you. This cold front is expected to arrive next week. Between Tuesday and Wednesday is the current timeline. We'll continue to monitor that to see if it changes at all, but right now that's the current time frame. What we expect, temperatures to drop into the mid-90s by Tuesday and then lower 90s by Wednesday, maybe even a little bit lower for some locations. Scattered rain chances are also going to be associated with this cold front, but right now the specific rainfall totals not exactly definite at this point. The forecast models are a little bit all over the place in regards to specific totals. Let's take a look at the 6 to 10 day precipitation outlook. Above average rainfall actually expected for a majority of the country. That's great news, especially as you zoom in here locally to Texas, because we are still dealing and struggling, let's be honest, with the immense amounts of drought that we're seeing. Above average rainfall is definitely welcome. Some below average temperatures, that would also be welcome. Our daily average high for this time of the year is 94 degrees. So whenever we start to see below average temperatures, it means trending below that. Now you'll notice we still fall in the above average temperature range for central Texas, but keep in mind, we have been accustomed to triple digit heat for what feels like months at this point. Now in regards to the rainfall totals, let's talk about that first. You can see the European forecast model is a lot more conservative with the forecast, talking about a few hundredths of an inch to maybe a few tenths of an inch of rain. The GFS, or the American forecast model, just a lot more aggressive, to be honest, with the rainfall forecast. Do I think we're going to see nearly 5 inches of rain in Cameron? I'm not fully convinced at this point, but let's hope for our drought's sake that we do lean a little bit more towards the GFS estimates. I do expect these to become closer in line as we get closer to the arrival of the event. So once again, just reminding you, it's Tuesday into Wednesday is the current timeline. 7-day forecast still shows it's going to be spicy, okay, for the back half of your work week and into the weekend. 107 on Friday is going to be our hottest day. But then as we make our way to Tuesday and Wednesday, we start to see the 90s return. Mid-90s for Tuesday. Wednesday, our current forecast is for 91. If we do hit 91 on Wednesday, that would be our coolest temperature since June 8th. So there is some hope on the horizon. We just have to wait a little bit longer. We'll continue to monitor all the forecast updates with this cold front and provide updates on air and online.